Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been the place to find new and certified used vehicles. Along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff, you, the customer, are their number one priority. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Talking here today with Erin Winker and Ashlee Danner of the Carroll girls golf team. One of the rare meets that they've had this year, and I think maybe the first one on nice weather that they have had all season long. As you can see, they're shaking in agreement. They took on Saydel and Perry. We're out here at the Carroll Country Club. Let's talk with Erin Winker. Shot a 50, I think, here today. How did it feel out here? First one with sunshine, so how did that impact you?
It felt pretty good, but I think for some reason I do better when it's bad days because I got a 46 on the last meet. But I think overall I did pretty good. It's just mostly the chipping that needs a little work.
So what happened with the chipping today?
A lot of them were chunking, and some of them I did not keep my head down, so it would knife. But other times I got like one putts and some pretty good chips. So overall it was half each. So
started on 10 today. How'd the round start out for you?
It started okay. Mostly like 6 and 5s, but then I started to get some 4s, so that helped too. But I got only 1 8, so that's better than 2 8s. So
which were the best holes for you here today?
That one I'd probably have to look at my scorecard because there's too many to keep track. So, but I think my last hole on 18 was one of my better ones. So
what went right with 18 then?
One putt and a nice drive. So.
Take us through that putt, because that was a nice putt.
So basically I just went behind my ball marker, looked at the line and made sure that I knew how I was going to putt it. And then honestly I thought at first I overshot or didn't shoot enough, but it went perfectly and it curved a little left and it went straight in.
How was the tee box treating you today? Better with the driver or with the irons, or good with both?
Better with the driver. My first 2 holes with the driver I got pretty straight too, so that helps. But there's some that went right. But
did you putt well all day?
Yeah, I only got 1 with a 3 putt. Otherwise it was 2s and 1s.
How's this crazy weather been impacting your game this year to finally get a nice day?
I think, like I said before, I think it helped a little bit. Just because on the bad day I got a good score, but otherwise I'm getting better with my scores, so that's an improvement.
Well, Erin, I appreciate you joining us here today. Great job as always, and best luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
You bet. Erin Winker. Let's move over now to Ashlee Danner, and Ashlee joining us here today. And I got to say, the first thing I heard you say to Erin when you found out your score, like, you two are always 1 shot apart.
Every single meet we've had so far, it's been only one point apart.
What do you think has been creating that? Are you two just really even golfers?
I think that it actually is Erin. Her drives are crazy. They're so good. And my drives, I am meh at, pretty mediocre, but my short game really saves me, and I think that is kind of like her like long distance is really good, and then my short distance is really good, so I think that kind of balances it out.
What's so good about your short distance game?
So I have, my favorite club is a sand wedge, and so I have really worked a lot, and I've gotten a lot better from the beginning of this year. And last year I was really good at chipping too and working on like shorter distances, and so I've really grown in that. So that's how I got a lot better for that stuff.
So where do you pull out that sand wedge? What distances do you like to use that for?
So I mainly use my 55 degree, and so that's basically anywhere from 50 yards up.
How'd you putt today?
I putted pretty good in the beginning. For some reason, I felt like the greens were a little slower in the first couple holes I played, and then they got faster after I adjusted to the slower ones. So I had quite a few 3 putts, unfortunately, but otherwise I didn't do too bad.
You started on 11. Did you get off to a good start here today?
I did, actually. My drive went right, but I punched it out and I got on the green on that shot, and then I 2-putted, but that's a 5, just bogey, so not bad.
Do you like using your driver, or are you more of a wood or an iron girl off of the tee box?
I like using my driver when I don't go right, which is not very often lately. So I would say right now, especially today, I was better off with my irons on the tee box.
So I got to ask you, 17, you were a little short off the tee box, but you had a beautiful approach shot. I could see the frustration. You had a par sitting there and just missed it. So take us through how that hole played out for you.
So the hole before, I didn't do really great, so I was just trying to shake it off. And my first shot was pretty good. It was just at that weird distance where you were in between clubs, so I went with my pitching wedge. I was a little short, but like I said before, my short game is pretty good, so I chipped it on, and it was so good. And then when I get up to my putting, I psych myself out, and I'm like, oh my god, and then it was just went past it. So yeah, that's how I got a 4.
I heard someone say slow down a little on the putting. Do you think that'll help you?
Yeah, I have a bad habit of just trying to get putting done as fast as possible.
We've talked with Erin about how crazy of a winter or spring this has been. It's almost felt like a winter.
Yes.
How much has not having many meets, always having to golf in bad weather, how has that impacted you, do you think, this season?
Especially with practice, as we've had practices, like we've only had a couple that have been outside, and that's been really rough because really all we can do inside is chipping, and then we putt in the hallways, which is really all we can work on. So it's definitely been really nice. I really hope this weather stays like this so we can actually get to the range and stuff. But it's very nice because the last meet we had, it was freezing and it was just not fun. So it's really great to have some nice weather finally.
Well, I tell you what, go enjoy the scores here today. We wish the team and you the best luck. Appreciate you joining us here today.